everything that we have been talking about. Nothing is different.
Okay, I wasn't here, so I don't know.
No, you weren't here, but you know what? I told you. You just don't want to hear it.
No, I didn't.
You want to say I did something stupid.
No,
and
not at all.
And got her up to $100,000 because she talked me into something because I'm not capable of taking care of myself. Is what you want me to think.
No,
it's what
Jay,
you want to
not
think.
at all. Not at all. I wasn't here. I was confused by whenever we discussed it. I was confused
because you keep telling yourself these stories.
Telling myself a story? I was obviously confused by whatever our conversation was. I didn't understand. That's why I just said I wish I had a sketch of what she wanted. And you're telling me that it's exactly what we sketched. But we sketched concrete and a patio and 2 pergolas.
And that is exactly what I just said. The only difference is no concrete. She's doing a deck.
Okay.
Because it's a lot cheaper and easier to put the drainage in and everything else.
Okay.
Because I didn't want a transition, a step down. I wanted it all the same level.
Okay.
And the concrete would be way too much and too thick.
Wasn't there something about drainage that she was concerned about?
Yes, and I said she was going to put in the proper drainage.
Honey.
So that it would flow the way that the plan is designed to flow. Underneath the deck.
Okay.
Because if you mess with the grading too much, it voids your warranty.
Okay. I just wish that we could just talk to each other normal.
Well, I just wish you wouldn't try to make all this shit up.
Make what up, honey?
Just like you think I tried to kick you out last Thursday night.
Honey, you told me to leave.
You just keep repeating it and repeating it.
Honey, you told me to leave.
Yeah, I told you to leave because we were fighting and I didn't want to be anywhere near you. Okay? I didn't ask you to take your shit and get out. I didn't ask you to leave.
At 11 o'clock at night, after drinking a bunch of beer, you told me to leave. That you think it's best if I leave.
Yeah.
Okay, the first night
That's not kicking you out. But you keep telling yourself that.
It's
just like you keep telling yourself that I had her building an enclosed patio. Whoa. Or a whole separate room. Okay. Never, ever.
What are we talking?
Nobody talked about a 4 seasons thing anyway. You put that in your head.
I was confused.
Put it there and you planted it there and you won't let it go.
It's gone. I don't care about the 4 seasons. I was totally wrong. That's why I said I wish I saw a drawing. But somehow you've convinced yourself that telling me at 11 o'clock after I've moved my belongings into this home that leaving is not pulling the rug out, Jay. You drank too much beer. You got angry. You told me to leave the first day. I
never kicked you out.
Did you tell me to leave?
Yes, I told you to leave.
Okay.
I told you to go sleep at Lori's, is what I said. That is not kicking you out.
What is it?
It's telling you I need space, that this fighting wasn't going to work, that you should probably leave.
It's alcohol.
I had been drinking, yes, and you're right. You shouldn't have been driving. You had been drinking too.
Right.
Yeah, it was stupid for me to say that, but it was not kicking you out. I just didn't want to be anywhere near you.
It's happened a lot when you drink too much. Jay, I'm just trying to say that was a pivotal moment for me. I was anxious being here, the very first night. Can you see how that might have bled into the next day's events? I'm not asking for you to agree with me. I'm just trying for you to empathize, to try to put yourself in my shoes and say, you know what, that might have influenced the way he felt for the next couple days. That might have put me on edge, waiting for the next shoe to drop.
It's just convenient for you now to feel that way, and for you to.
So you're dismissing the fact that had any effect on me, minimizing my feelings.
It only has an effect on you now because you need it to.
Really? Why do I need it to?
Yeah, it didn't affect you on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It totally did.
No,
100% did. Jay, and remember that next morning, you're like, we don't need to talk about this because you knew you were wrong and you tried to avoid. So I put it under the rug. You wouldn't allow me to bring it up. The next day you said, I don't want to talk about this. It's not going to do us any good to rehash it. So I, once again, stuff it in, put it under the rug, oblige your wishes, and don't bring it back up because I know it's going to hurt. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable. It's going to make you have to look at...
You know what? You acted like a complete fucker and asshole that night too. But you don't take any responsibility for your drinking and your attitude.
Jay, I was having a great night. Okay. You had too much to drink and you got mean again, Jay.
Of course I had too much to drink, and so did you.
So now when minimizing my feelings, when denying didn't work, now minimizing my feelings didn't work, now you drag me down with you.
No, it's just you not accepting responsibility.
And then the next day, you don't even allow me to speak about it. So I stuff it in, and you think everything's okay after that?
Coming at 9 or 9:30.
Do you think everything's okay?
No, nothing is okay.
Do you think it was ever okay? You just told me that I was okay Saturday and Sunday when my partner, supposedly, my unempathetic partner, tells me I can't even bring up the violation of my boundaries. I can't even discuss it. You silenced me. You know what I mean? Do you think that's okay? It's not okay, Jay. All right? It's not okay. And when you initiate those violations, and then for the next days I am anxious, to say the least, or I feel unsafe with my supposedly loving partner, or when I feel tricked by the person that just basically told me to move out of my place, move in here, move your things. Honey, when are we going to go get your stuff? Put on your wedding ring. Ask me to marry you in Estes Park. And then the first night I'm here, you tell me to leave when you drink too much, Jay. Do you think that's okay, honey? Do you know what that does psychologically to someone over years?
I do not think our relationship is okay
in
any way.
There is no relationship that is okay.
Side.
There is no way, in any relationship that will be okay. And you know what? That was initiated by you. That was yours. Insecurity, your fear, your weaknesses, your inability to empathize, your inability to communicate, your inability to connect, okay? Your narcissism coming out, all right? That is ruining. This is not a toxic relationship. You are a toxic person, Jay. I love you, and I've been willing to stand by you, to work with you, to help you grow through this. I've been willing, and I'm still willing. For some crazy reason, this is why I need therapy, to find out why I'm willing. Why am I still willing? This is what Dana was trying to tell me. Why are you still willing? Why were you willing to do that ever in the first place? Why are you willing to do it again? That was her message. The reason is because I say, I love you. It's probably because I'm codependent. It's probably because I don't care about myself enough. It's not because I'm toxic. I have tons of love to give. I really do. I love myself not enough. That's my problem. Okay? That's my biggest problem. And when I get desperate, and when I get scared, and when I feel like everything is hopeless, and I reach out to anybody to help me, which is usually you, and you don't talk to me. You don't. You put on this stone face, poker face, ice cold thing. Okay? That's what happens, and I get nothing in return, and then I'm grasping for someone, anyone to help me, to help us, to reaching for anyone that can help me. I get desperate. I reach out to your children. I profess my love for you. I profess the struggle that we are in that no one else knows about. But Dana, I should have reached out to a therapist a long time ago. You're right, because I've been seeking for someone to talk to, for someone to help us. For someone to help me. For someone to help me reach you. That's what I've been looking for. And when I reach out, when I finally reach out, or when I drink to numb the pain, or when I try to smoke cannabis to feel the connection, to put it all to sleep, Jay. When I do that, what do? Turn around and say, you drink too much. You smoke too much. How dare you reach out to anyone? How dare you reach out to anyone? That's what you tell me, Jay. That's how we got here. And now, when I'm chewed up bubblegum, when I am a broken person, when I was in March, when I was a broken, chewed up mess, you turn and you say, look at you, you broken, chewed up mess. You're not what I want. You never were. You are unemployed. You are fat. You are unhealthy. You are violent. You are drunk. You are whatever. Whatever suits you. You turn around and say, you are nothing. You're not worth it. Here's a fucking backpack. After I have literally gone to the depths of fucking insanity to try to reach you. Okay? So look, you're right. You're right. There's nothing right about this relationship. All right? I don't know if therapy can help you. I don't know. I hope so. Because I do love you. I really do. I never wanted your money. I never wanted your silver. I never wanted anything. That's why I spent months and months and months investing my life into you. Every penny of my paycheck, every minute of my time, reaching for you like I'm reaching for you right now. Every hour of the day, Jay, looking to you to see how you are, to try to find out where you are, to try to reach you, to try to help you, to try to educate you on whatever, on yourself sometimes. And all you do is get angry and push me away. And then I come to Colorado. We have a good few weeks. You get drunk a few times. You get not violent, but angry and mean a few times. There were red flags I should have realized. But I didn't. Once again, I stuffed it away. I ignored it. Okay? I ignored the fact that, you know what? Jay doesn't seem very empathetic. Maybe her therapy isn't working very well. Maybe it's not. Maybe she needs more time, right? That's what I was thinking when I moved in here. I can't wait till 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road. Maybe this therapy is really taking hold. And maybe she's opening up more and more. And you showed me that you were opening up a little bit more. The empathy thing, still a huge problem. The compassion thing, still a huge problem. You know? Your memory, babe, I don't know about the level, honey. There's nothing I can do to ever convince you. That you just told me you've had the stable level for 20 years, baby. That's a high-end carpenter's level that I ordered specially for myself. I don't know how to convince you of that unless I can find it. Maybe I can find a receipt on my Amazon. Maybe I'll try to do that. But it's from 3 years ago. But my point is, this is the damage. I'm not a broken person. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad partner. I'm not angry. I might be codependent on you. Maybe. I don't think that'll last very long this time. It lasted for 3 years last time. I had no idea what I was doing. I reached for you. I'm still reaching for you. I'm willing to stand with you this time. I'm not going to fight for you. I'm not going to try to help anyone. I'm going to try to support you. I can't do it for you because it drove me insane last time. Almost killed me. Literally almost killed me. I will stand with you. And you will continue to push me away. I know that. I know that. But I have hope, and that's about all I have. Okay? That's my story. That's my story. If you feel like I went wrong somewhere, please let me know. I love you. I care about what's going on in your mind. I care about the smile that's not on your face. I care that you have the love and security that you have always wanted. I want that for you. I care, Jay. I used to care that your children understood what you were going through. I am not allowed to care about that anymore, and so I don't. Right? You just deleted all their phone numbers out of my phone, so I can't, literally physically can't reach out to anyone outside of this kitchen other than a therapist, right? Or anybody.
I've eliminated 3 people in the world.
Jay,
you can't reach out to
the 3 people that love you most in the world, the 3 people that I thought would have a vested interest in, like, oh my God, my mom's struggling. Oh my God, I love her and I want her to show her family and support. What you've needed most in your whole life is family and support, Jay. And when I reach out to your family and support, you say it's a boundary. I've crossed a boundary. And I get that. I am understanding that now. That is your cross to bear. That is your gap to bridge. And I get it. I can't do it for you. I have to stop. All I can do is support you. Okay? But I also have to support myself a little bit now. or else I'm going to be stuck in that codependent cycle. I love you. I've been working and fighting for you. And I want you to join the fight here, you know? Does that make any sense? Do you see me as someone that loves you? Or are you just going to keep seeing me as this list of reasons you have to push me away? Because that's the choice you have to make. If you want to see me as just another person, another list of reasons that you can push away, if you want to see me as all those bad things you told the kids about me when you were trying to get rid of me out of my life, out of your life, if you want to see me as those things, there's nothing I can do. If you want to see me as someone who has been here for you, gone through hell with you, and is still standing here, stronger than ever, I might add. I might have slipped a little bit last week. I might have, but I'm still strong, honey. I am not emotionally dependent on you. I'm not physically dependent on you. I'm not financially dependent on you. All right? All I want is what's in your heart. All I want is to see you happy, finally, satisfied with your life, with your family. That's what I want, more than anything. That's the gift I'm trying to help give to you. And the more I try, I know I've made a million mistakes. I've done it all wrong. I'm not a professional. I'm a carpenter. I don't know shit about narcissism or psychology. I don't know anything. I've done everything wrong. But if you look at it through the lens of love, you will see that I'm still trying. That I was trying then, I'm trying now. If you look at it as a list of reasons to push me away, you will succeed this time. Okay? So how do you choose to look at it? Tell me something, honey. This is us. This is it. Nobody chose this. I mean, I didn't choose this when I was a kid. Say, hey man, when I grow up, I hope I fall in love with a woman that will never reciprocate, that has all these walls and all these scars and all this pain that she can't see through. I never wanted that. But I love you enough to accept it. Just like you love me enough to accept my flaws, I hope. I don't know anymore. I don't know, because you're just pointing them out left and right and building up your case. So when you finally push me away this time, you'll feel okay about it. And that's fine. I know those things aren't true. I know I didn't violate your boundaries on purpose or try to do anything to hurt you. I know the truth. And the truth is I laid it all out for you for 3 years, Jay. And you crumpled me up and threw me away when it was convenient. And I've forgiven even that. I forgave you when you took every belonging I had and gave me a backpack. And convinced yourself that my tools were yours. I'm a carpenter. You've convinced yourself that my tools were yours. And you're still doing it today. And I still forgive you. So tell me, what am I supposed to do? Wait? Hopefully maybe we can go to therapy twice a week. Maybe we can speed this up. You know, should I just say, you know what? Maybe Jay didn't think it through. Maybe when I stayed away from this house for 3 weeks when I got here, and I was afraid to come here for this exact reason, and you kept inviting me and you wanted me here, and it felt great to finally come in here and look at our home together and start to think that maybe it is our home together. And then a week later, when you said, you know what? Why don't you move out of your apartment? Nathan's moving into an apartment, going to school. And I said, honey, are you sure? Have you thought about this? And you said, yes. It felt great. You want me here. And that felt so good to me. And that night, you drank too much and told me to leave. These are the things that we have to start to pay attention to.
Quite the story you got.
Yeah, it's a hell of a story, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure anybody you tell it to is going to really feel sorry for you.
I'm not feeling sorry.
I'll be like, wow.
No, honey. They're not gonna feel. They're not gonna
get
feel.
through that.
They're not gonna feel sorry for me. Because I'm still strong. Mm-hmm. I'm still open. Still have love in my heart. It's not about feeling sorry, Jay. It's a struggle for someone that I love. I'm not a fucking victim. I've never been a victim.
Well, that story makes you a really big victim.
I am not a victim now, standing here today. That story makes me stupid. That story makes me feel stupid.
The story is very one-sided.
What's the other half?
I don't need to tell my story.
I'm curious. I just want to know because maybe I want to understand.
You know what? You and I are just two different people.
Right. I have empathy.
Right. Empathy for Doug.
I have empathy for you, honey. Yeah. I've put myself in your shoes.
That whole story was all about poor Doug.
No, Jay. That story was someone reaching.
The story was poor Doug.
No, it wasn't.
Look at all these things that happened to poor Doug.
Jay, that whole story was my side of reaching for someone who's unreachable. And the struggle, what is it like to love someone that's unreachable? Okay. All you have to...
Wow, this is like the longest morning ever.
I know. All you can do is minimize it and tell me that I'm making myself a victim? That's it?
There's a whole lot of things that were kind of left out there.
Like what? Tell me those important milestones that I missed.
I don't need to. You remember the way you want to remember, and you'll tell it the way you want to tell it.
This is your chance.
It's your story. Not mine. It's your story.
I think that if I was so wrong, I think you would correct me.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think you're wrong.
Maybe not. Maybe you don't have anything to say. You never were too great with words. That's why I had to fill in all the blanks for 3 years.
Yeah. Poor Doug.
That's why I had to guess, honey. No, it's just we're not really good at communicating. It's easier for you to shut down. It's kind of a defense mechanism. I wish you could open up. I wish you could open up about your feelings. I wish you could be honest with people.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that with you because I can't trust you with them.
Well, I'm glad you're doing it with Dana. I mean, you've never done it with your kids either, Jay. You've got
a great relationship with your kids.
No, I'm not saying, Jay, I stay out of my children's lives because I don't bring them joy. I'm not good father. I'm not saying that. Your children love you. You've spent your whole life with them. They don't even know you, baby.
My children know me.
Have you ever opened up about your feelings with them?
My children know me. They're my children. They're not my best friend. They're not my partner.
So you don't share your feelings. And it's pretty obvious.
They're my children, Doug.
I know.
I don't think you understand what a parent and child relationship actually is.
I know that you're supposed to.
Because you don't understand boundary lines.
I know that most parents and child give each other hugs. I know.
Well, maybe in your family, but not in everybody's family.
I know. And I'm just saying that as something that was...
Okay, I don't really give a shit what you think about my family.
I know. It's okay. You don't care what anyone thinks.
Because it's my relationship with my kids.
I understand.
It's not yours.
Honey, I'm just pointing out the fact that you haven't been honest with anyone in your life. You lied to Kurt about cheating on him dozens of times over 25 years.
So? How many people have you lied to about cheating on them?
Jay, I was not a pathological cheater for 25 years. That is a huge red flag that you were willing to live a giant lie after cheating on him with I don't know how many guys. You don't even know how many guys.
Yes, I do.
How many?
Yeah, I've told you. You said you didn't really care.
I don't really care. I don't really care. I don't want to know. It makes me nauseous.
Yeah,
and then you lied to me. And then you lied to me.
For very good reason.
Because you lie to everyone, baby. You're not only narcissistic, but you're a pathological liar. Do you see that?
Okay, honey.
No, I'm just pointing it out. And this is all wrong how to do it, I'm sure. I'm not a therapist, but I'm just pointing out these huge things that are the problem.
So if you want to go, that's fine. If you want to stay and help me talk to this lady, you're more than welcome to.
Mm-hmm.
It's your choice, but
It's up to you. You don't like the things I've been saying?
I don't really care what you've been saying, to be quite honest.
Well,
You're saying them only to benefit you, so.
No, they'll benefit you too. Someday you're going to understand.
No, they're not going to benefit me.
I know.
I
Actually,
don't take your criticisms to heart anymore.
It's not criticism. It's truth, baby. These are facts.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.